And we're live with Hearthside, I believe, episode 2 of this season. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
So, we have a lot coming to you right now. I gotta do a couple things to look up, but we're gonna talk right now about start it all off with last week's results and kind of did anything surprise you? What happened about our two stream games? We can start with Olympian, which is, I believe, Fried Chicken Esports versus um
Chaos.
Chaos. Thank you. That's what
Yeah.
actually I'm looking up as a schedule.
I think if I remember correctly, we all picked KFC to win, or Fried Chicken Esports, or whatever the name is. Either way, Earl King's team. I think we all picked them to win. I think the assumption was that Chaos isn't really an Olympian League team. It's a bunch of buddies playing with one of their plat friends. They played better than I expected, though, to be honest. So I wouldn't say it was surprising. They did end up subbing in Kappa Crusader for a game on support. So it was still stomping, but it's kind of what you expected. What do you think, Sammy?
I think Corky was the only one who didn't choose Fried Chicken Esports to win that game.
No, I think you did too, because I only have you as one right now as your tally, because you chose
Yeah,
Cancer and
I
Friends.
think-
Which one?
I chose Chaos also, so
Yeah, me and you both did. Stop it.
but the one game that actually stood out for me wasn't the stream game. It was the rescheduled game between Rainbow Kittens and Noble Concern. That stood out to me because I didn't think Rainbow Kittens was actually going to do that well this first week. So I was actually surprised to see that they won against Noble Concern.
Oh, so we're not discussing just the stream games. We're talking about all the games? Like, what was surprising?
Well, then I will fail at this quiz because I don't know.
RKZ winning is kind of what I expected. Our Dubsters played really well. Looks like our Dubsters might have a team finally, so will be nice. Short of that, I think really all the people that we thought were gonna win, from power ranking wise, won. Yeah. So nothing over the top. Though I gotta give Chaos some credit. I'm proud of them for playing their game. They found an E-sub, they filled in. Good for them.
Yeah, it was a good series though.
Yeah, so I gotta give them that. Short of that, anything surprise you, Kristen or Corky?
I don't know if I would be surprised. I was expecting you guys to go 3 games, because I didn't really watch much of the Olympian, unfortunately. I was busy that Sunday night, but I ended up watching, obviously, casting Gladiator and got to watch you guys play, and I expected you guys to go 3 games, but I just think that my pep talk to you guys is really what,
Yeah. So Corky comes in, right, and her pep talk to us is, we're like, Coach, what should we do? Her pep talk is, play better than them, just win. It was the greatest pep talk I've literally ever had. I played sports my whole life. Literally the best pep talk I've ever had.
I was like,
by far.
What do I do? Oh, you just win.
10 out of 10. We'll listen to
10 out of 10. So I'm not going to count our game because I knew we'd win. I took us to win, obviously. I'm never going to count out my guys. We should have 2-0'd. We threw game 2. The bush camp on Mord was questionable at best for us, and Lisk literally 1v9 game 2. He literally did. Swan, his KDA was really good on Ezreal, but I think he only did 18k damage or something. He really didn't do a lot of damage. So it depends on, I don't know. I guess it depends on if you count KDA over, damage. I don't know. I guess it depends. But either way, Lisk played really good on game 2, man. Ban the Mordekaiser. That's what I'm going to tell literally every person that plays against KYN. Literally ban the Mordekaiser. He's a monster. Short of that, I don't think anything really caught me off guard. I'm trying to think.
The only thing that kind of caught me off guard was the Glacial Equinox and Rain series went 2-1. I thought that would be a 2-0 also
mhm.
for Glacial, but
I think what caught me off guard probably the most was that Die by the Thighs destroyed Deadly Robots.
no.
Like I thought that would be a better game than that. I didn't think it would be like so one side. I'm intrigued to see. I think Die by the Thighs is really good though. I'm excited to see what Swan does versus them. Because if Swan loses to another chunk of CS Don't Matter, he's gonna be pretty upset.
Yeah.
I see him flaming me in Twitch chat right now, so I'm interested to see how that goes.
Just to let you know, your boy Sammy E subbed for No Fun Gaming on Monday and won. So
I saw Lumen play AD carry. That
Yep.
that actually caught me off guard too. Was not expecting the Lumen AD carry slot, but you know whatever. She popped off. I'll give it to her.
yeah, she had the best support in Gladiator. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, get this man out of here. Anything else catch you off guard in Gladiator?
Nah.
Yeah, like we had Lucifer versus Foss, but that went exactly how I thought it was going to go. So nothing caught me off guard there. I think Syndicate T2 is the best team in the league. So that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, so I guess that's really it. I don't know. I don't really have anything surprising. Like I said, I think that was a much more one-sided than I thought it was going to be, and that's the only thing that really caught me off guard.
Alrighty then. Going into our next topic, let's talk about the rule changes and explain them, because I know that this is going to be a big thing too that's coming up. We've already kind of announced some of it. I don't know if we've announced all of it.
So
tell me what's going on.
Those of you who have been watching the announcement channel, we had polls this week. The reason first I'm going to bring in the reason why we're changing rules mid-season. Obviously, it's only week 2, so we're trying to do it as early as we possibly can. Due to a lot of things going on in the real life world right now, with riot, COVID, and whatever, people going back to work, all this crazy shit. Cicadas, I don't know. 2020, man, 2020 has been crazy. With all this crazy stuff going in the world, a lot of people have been complaining about games per week rules, about playing 5 a week, and about like some people having to play 7 a week for like being higher tiered. We agree. We feel as though we want to be reasonable. That's the first thing. As you can tell, there are players in the league that did not have the correct acquired amount of games, and we have let them play. Most of those players, have to play more games a week. They do have an agreement, but it's because we don't want to be unreasonable. We don't want to turn people away that like just didn't have enough time during all the craziness to get their games in. Because the world's been a crazy place. Some people were struggling to figure out how they're going to afford food on their table, let alone worry about playing League of Legends. So, we try to be understandable there. We posted a poll to discuss games played per week. Some people are asking why we don't just remove them altogether. The reason we don't do that is because in a lot of other leagues, people don't like. You get the same people in the same leagues every season, and they're obviously they're right there on the cusp of going to like plat. Let's say they're like gold 2, gold 1, and they literally just sit there. They get to their minimum required games to play in the league, and they just sit there. They never touch solo queue again, and it's because they just want to be the top dog and smack everybody around. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I don't want to use Mute as an example because he's my buddy, but if you remember correctly, Mute was almost kind of elo sitting. It's hard to call it elo sitting if you're following the rules, so I'll cut him some slack there. But we don't want that. So the agreed upon agreement after the votes and stuff is we are going to change it being a weekly requirement to it being a monthly requirement. So what this means is it's the same amount of games still, but you can do them over a course of a month. So let's say we'll use Sammy for example. Sammy's busy. Hey, Sammy has to work overtime all this week. Can't play any games. But Sammy gets more time next week, so he can play double games next week. So in the last case scenario, you're going to play 20 games a month, unless if you have an exemption. Then obviously you owe more games, but that's besides the point. But this way, and it will be looked at on a monthly basis. On like if you didn't play your games, you won't be eligible for the next month. So you still have to play your games. But this way, it's a little nicer for like those. It gives you more leeway. I feel like with playing your stuff. Like I already played my 5 games. I think all of my teams played their games, besides maybe Sammy. But that's besides the point.
I'm just a sub.
Yeah, but technically you're not eligible to play if you didn't play your games. But now, new rule, 28 games. But the point is, my teams all played them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Some people will still play 5 games a week, because that's just how it is. So other people might just, you know what I mean, wait till the last week and play 20. Depends on who you are, do it however you want, I don't care. The next rule change that was voted on was the E-sub rule. The reason this is getting changed is because the pool of E-subs, though it's a great idea, and I understand where it was coming from, it is not plausible. We don't have the player base. People either find teams or they don't want to play or whatever. Okay, it's just not plausible. So we're just going to go back to the old rule. You know what I mean? If you E-sub for a game, you're 2 bans lost for game 1. You're 1 ban lost for every game after that. It's that simple. We did argue the fact of maybe not allowing subs altogether, but I feel like that's... You don't want to push forfeits, and I think that pushes forfeits. So this is what we're going to go with. I think it's a good rule. Also, a certain player had a conversation with me last night, and he was just memeing, but he did bring up a very good point. So I'm going to address this now. We are going to add it in the rulebook. There is a thing where if you leave your team, you get reevaluated for your rank, right? And one of these members asked if he could demote to silver, leave his team, and then rejoin his team. Basically giving them an extra gold player. You know, trying to be pretty cheeky. I gotta give the player credit. He's really cheeky. No, that is not going to be allowed. We definitely are. We will be changing that. That is getting changed tonight. It will be now that when you leave your team and you get relabeled, you can actually only go up in rank. You can't go down. So, like, if you were gold, you got demoted. It's just going to be off your peak rank. So, like, if you peaked at gold 3, guess what? You're gold. If you peaked at gold 4, guess what? You're gold. End of discussion. That's how we're going to do it. It was Lisk. I didn't want to throw Lisk under the bus, but it definitely was Lisk that brought it up. He was hard memeing me, but he's right, and that was a very good idea. So I'll give Lisk some credit. Thank you for bringing that. Also, for now on, so everybody understands how slide selection works, because I've had a lot of confusion with this lately, is the higher seed team picks side selection for game 1, then it swaps every game. All right, so if you pick blue side game 1, your red side game 2, your blue side game 3. That is how it is. So everybody is aware. I keep hearing different things about this, and I'm just letting you guys know. I just want to clarify. Also, side selection must be in within 24 hours of your Sammy or somebody else will post in Captain's channel. You will post it back. The reason we're doing this is because this way the turn will track you by what side you're on, and it will track your wins, which will help with stats. And I know all of you guys love stats, or you guys rage if you don't get them. Short of that, I can't think of any other rule changes that I can think of.
Nope.
No. Okay. I guess, next one that we'll do is, why does Major play mages over AD carries in 2020?
This is an argument, because, a lot of people have been flaming about mages in the bot lane, and it's not so much about me playing it. It's about just in general. Why would you pick a mage over an AD? The reasoning behind that right now is me and Zoro, we were talking about this in chat, and a lot of us were chiming in the AD carry mains. Is because a mage is power spike is at 1,300 gold. They get this really ugly thing called Lost Chapter, which is one of the most broken items in the game. I think Sammy can agree with that, right, Sammy? Pretty stupid item, kind of broken.
Yeah.
Whereas an AD carry's power spike is 3 full items, give or take. So it's like, why play an AD carry where I have to wait to 35 minutes to be useful when I can play Syndra and just kill your ass at level 6? You know what I mean? So I don't know. We were just talking about it the other day, and I just thought, it's an interesting thing. It's a good take. I would love to argue it in general chat if anybody has a better opinion on it, but I feel like, I don't know.
Alrighty.
And Buzz can say what he wants about AD carry. I don't play AD carries, but I played AD carry game 3, and he kind of lost. Alright, so next question. What's the next question?
Alright, the next question is the number 1 champion you think needs to be nerfed.
Ooh, this is good for everyone. Alright, Corky, if you had to pick one champion in the game to nerf, what would you pick?
Oh, it's actually been months since I've played. Like, legitimately months.
So what
Um,
were you thinking?
Last time I was playing top lane, and I think it was Darius was like really strong, and that was about it that I just could never seem to win against was Darius, so that's why I always banned him. But
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't like Wukong either. I
Okay.
hated that he was like 5 of them, and it was like every time I killed him, he popped back up.
Right. Okay. I see your logic. Okay. Sammy, if you had to pick one champion to nerf in the entirety of League of Legends, who would you nerf? And
Well,
why?
it depends on the role.
No. In any champion.
Just overall,
Yeah, overall, what do you think's the most broken champion in the game?
Ornn.
Ornn? Yeah, I can agree. I can understand that.
Ornn is supposed to be a tank, not a bruiser. He does 8,000 damage, and you get extra items.
Yeah, the
So-
extra items does make him really strong. I'm actually going to take a weird take on this, and I'm going to say Nautilus.
No.
The reason I say Nautilus, and I know Sammy will disagree with this, the reason I say Nautilus is, like, why would you ever pick, like, Thresh or anything like that when you could literally just play Nautilus? Nautilus does everything right? He auto-attack passive CC. Q hitbox is literally broken.
No.
W makes him too tanky. His E is whatever. And his R is literally point-click CC. That knocks up the full team if they don't position well. I just think Nautilus has been so strong for so long that I think, if anything, that should be the one champion, I think.
No.
I think
Nautilus
enchanters
is
are really
fine.
strong right now, too, actually. I will agree to that. But I think out of all the champions, if I had to pick one that I think's just been too strong for too long, it'd probably be Nautilus. Too much CC.
Nautilus
much
not strong enough.
All right, interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was just an interesting take because a lot of people will argue about this because there's a lot of interesting things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I also think Vygar Cage needs to be nerfed. I know that sounds really weird.
that has been sick. Every time I see a Vygar, he seems to do really well. So
Yeah, I think that Vygar Cage is also too strong. I think Vygar Cage is basically Thresh Ultimate on a 6-second cooldown. Like I don't understand that ability. That's besides the point.
I
Well-
did want to do a little plug right here, and I did want to let everybody know that the videos are uploaded. If you follow our Twitter, Facebook, or on Reddit, I do post them all on there too as soon as they go up. So just so everybody knows. And what were you gonna say, Sammy?
Well, I was gonna comment on what he said about Vygar Cage being like Thresh Ultimate on 6-second cooldown. It's not like Thresh's ultimate because Thresh's ultimate only slows you. It doesn't stun you.
Exactly,
Doesn't knock
Thresh's
you
Ultimate's
down.
actually worse.
Yeah.
Like, and it's on 100, 60-second cooldown. Like, what the fuck? Like,
But-
Ryan, why is that in the game?
But that's why I was about to argue with that because it's not like Thresh Ultimate.
Like, we got to see it in the stream game 1, where Cancer played it. Glacial Augment, Vygar, and Vygar Cage. Like, you don't get to play the game. You literally just don't get to play the game. Like, it's
Nope.
such a stupid thing. I felt so bad for Lisk trying to play Aatrox. But that's just my personal opinion. What's next? Oh, also to add something in, I did have an Olympian team drop out officially about 10 minutes ago. That DM'd me. I will be ripping together a lottery team to take their place as I always do. So if you play an Olympian, or you play in Glad, you don't have a team or whatever, DM me. We'll see what I can do.
Slide
If
into
If
those
not, I'm just gonna
DMs.
put it as a bye week. So we'll see. Okay, so what's next?
Other than sliding into your DMs, that's all you gave me.
We need to pick them still.
Yeah, I
Pickups.
know.
We
Um,
actually we were not gonna do power rankings. I can give my quick top 5 for like both leagues real quick. But I don't do power rankings weekly. I just not enough changes week out. I usually do them every other week. So pick 'em.
Okay, so first pick'em is Olympian. It's actually going to be Noble Concern versus Ravens.
Ooh. Ravens.
Okay.
What do you got, Sam?
I have to agree with you on Ravens. I think Ravens may be a little bit more unified than Noble.
Yeah,
Concern.
Ravens lost to, I think, the plan is simple, right? And they didn't look bad.
Yes.
So,
And
I think
what
the
did
Plan is
Noble
Simple is the best team.
Concern play?
Noble, they played Rainbow Kittens on the
lost.
reschedule on Wednesday.
Yeah, lost Rainbow Kid. So who do you got, Kristen?
You know, I hate all of us agreeing on one thing.
It happens sometimes, though.
I know. But I don't know the teams well enough. And nobody in Twitch chat is telling me who I should vote for.
Well, use the big brain of yours.
Oh, I want to give you... Yes, I'm going to vote for Syndicate T2, totally. No, I guess... I'll vote for Noble Concern.
Oh, wow. You're
Okay.
just throwing your pick'ems. All right, Gladiator.
RAR versus Glacial Equinox.
Ooh. Okay, this actually will be a good stream.
Let me vote. Let me vote first.
Yeah, you go first.
I'm gonna go with my boy Doki on RAR. I just have a little bit more faith in Doki because I played with him. He saved my butt in the first split when my team left me. So I'm actually gonna go with Doki with the TP Smite in the jungle. We're gonna win 2-1.
I hate to say this, I'm also gonna go with RAR. If my internal power rank is I have RAR higher than Glacial, so I just feel like it would be in bad taste if I did not take them. I think RAR is the second best team of that. So
I just want to know, will they understand Doki if he talks?
They don't need
telling
to.
you, he talks like a normal person. Watch his stream. Twitch.tv Doki. FTW.
Oh, doo-doo-doo. See, you guys can't just keep agreeing. I'll take Glacial Equinox.
I just take who I think's gonna win. So.
Well, see, that's the problem, is I don't know these teams very well. And the thing is I've been playing Apex for the last how many months?
That is true.
So I'm like currently all about the Apex and shooting things and practicing my shooting. So to me, I'm very bad as an admin right now to know who these teams are and usually I ask our chat to vote for me because they know a little bit more. However, it's very quiet out there. I hear crickets.
Your chat's not helping you this year.
Yeah.
It's because Major didn't do power rank this week. That's what everybody. All right.
Yeah.
We can do some Q&A if anybody has questions, stuff like that. We'll just make this a short episode, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go over a lot of those rule changes so people aren't confused and people are like, "Oh, this doesn't make sense." They can come watch the video. Pretty simple.
A couple updates actually on the media end I wanted to give too. Me and Dempsey have been, well, mostly Dempsey, have been working on the schedule. So actually the schedule will be up on the website too, so you can actually see where everybody's playing or who's playing who, and that will be up on our website by the end of this weekend, as well as a calendar of events in case anything comes up, any changes. We'll take care of that as well. Don't worry, Sammy. I know you don't do work either, so it's all good.
Okay, you're funny.
All right.
And then, like I said, everything that happens gets posted on our Facebook, our Twitter, and our Reddit. I think that's about it that I have going on right now. So.
Did you get the major highlight video yet?
No. I have not. I got
Yeah, you got enough VODs for me now.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's true. 14 days to do it.
So what I'll probably get to it. I don't think it's just gonna be. It might be like once a month or something like that I'll do them. So questions now. Now that I got my little plug-in.
Anybody got any questions before I call it night? Who's the best support in Gladiator League?
Quirky.
Sammy 2 slap.
Mexican Potato, and then Wife of Shadows. And you said Sammy 2 slap?
Of course, Sammy 2 slap.
Best support in Olympian. Spee? Probably Spee. I know Spee has computer problems there right now, so I hope he's able to play this week. But I would say speed. Yeah, that's a safe
Yeah,
pick.
P.
Yeah, I would say speed.
Anyone else? Speed can't.
P's
Well,
not-
we're saying as a league as a whole, that's the
Yeah.
best one. Roby's playing support. Roby's playing support.
Oh no.
Fucking lols.
Well, good thing I'm actually here this Sunday.
Well,
I can
that's
actually watch that.
Awkward, seeing as I was going to ask Roby if he wants to join a lottery. Oh! But either way, anything else? Any other questions? But yeah, for Gladiator, I would definitely say, who is the stream game this week? Did we just say it's Ravens versus Noble Concern?
Yep, Ravens versus Noble Concerns is the Olympian, and RAR versus Glacial Equinox is the Gladiator.
Yeah. The Gladiator stream game should be really good, actually. Syndicate T2 versus Unknown 2-0. Those games are over in 25 minutes tops. Those games are slaps. Yeah, Syndicate T2 is the best team in Gladiator. I still have them as. Obviously, I'm not counting ourselves because I have faith in my guys. That's not who I have ranked 1 and 2 in power rankings. I actually have Amusement Park ranked 2.
I do too.
I have Amusement Park ranked 2. I still have the Planet Simple ranked 1, but I have Amusement Park ranked 2. So, at least that's me.
And actually, just because of that, I actually do the stream schedule before they even do their power rankings. So
Yeah, Corky does the stream schedule, so it's not biased.
yeah.
So she 100% does it randomly, basically, and just patterns it.
So, and I know that there's a couple openings that we leave just in case if there's like a spicy matchup, but
Yeah, but usually we got to get everybody streamed first. That's just how it works, guys. Sammy, questions for you.
I see that. And I'm not gonna hold back. I'm sorry, Lucifer, but Cancer and Friends are better than Syndicate T2.
Ooh, shots fired. I think Lucifer's the best jungler in the league, though, to be honest.
I love you, Lucifer, but that's Cancer and Friends. They're my boys. And
Who's the best mid in Olympian, and why is it still Latona? Is Latona even their mid? I don't even know what's going on with
Latona's
that.
a sub still.
Yeah, like I would say the best mid's probably Earl King.
No, Philly
if
B.
Latona's not playing. You think Philly B is better than Earl King? I think that's
Yeah.
really close. I think that's really close.
It's close, yes, but
I think that's really close. I think they're both very good. I think that Olympian mid lane is actually really good this year. Who's the best AD carry? What league? Are we asking both leagues? Because if we're asking both leagues, I'm probably going to say our Dubstress is still the best AD carry in Olympian from a pure like AD carry perspective.
him and Flame.
Yeah, probably him and Flan. No, I would say him and Flan. I think Flan's good too. Flan didn't play all his games this week though. That was weird. He showed up. He didn't show up late or something. I don't know. In Gladiator, it's actually way harder because I would have said Swan, actually. I know that's memeing almost, but Swan, I think Swan's a very good AD carry.
But you just smacked me right.
Until I played against him. Then he trolled. So now that Yodigi's gone...
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
because
he's not gone.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know.
You're the best ADC.
I don't even... No. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, wait, I got the answer for this. Illumin.
Who? Illumin? Illumin's a support player.
Yeah.
So I don't know, honestly. Dilly's really good too. MG Dilly. Dilly's actually really good too. There's some good AD carries in Glad, actually. Not bad. A lot of even ones. I've only laned against Swan though, so I don't really know. I've laned against Swan and I laned against Alex Drew in a scrim. And that's all I've done.
You laned against Dilly too in the scrim.
Oh yeah, and I laned against Dilly. Out of those three, I think Dilly was the better one in lane. That's just my personal opinion. Dilly's actually really good. Any other questions?
Yes, I got a question.
Question.
Corky, since Lucifer's breaking up with me, will you be my girlfriend?
Oh, I think you're gonna have to fight Pop Tart and Heather for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have two wives.
down.
She has two wives. She has two wives.
I
So-
keep the sister wives.
Yeah, she's a polygamy.
I'll fight.
To touch on, anybody got any closing thoughts before we call it a night?
I don't think so. Sorry, forgive me. No, I have no other closing thoughts. I said mine. We're going through that, and just more stuff is going to be coming up on the website as we go, and there will be changes throughout the season on that, and I'll just try to keep you posted.
All I gotta say before I go, what's your closing thoughts, Sammy? Before I touch on that,
Oh, I don't have any. I just
haven't closing thoughts. My first closing thought is that I think Dogster is going to probably win Most Improved Player this split. Just throwing it out there because Dogster's on a fucking mission. I trash talked him all year. Now he's on a mission. He's just gonna prove me wrong and just smash everything. So I had to touch that. For other things, I try not to get political, ever. But with all this crazy things going on in the world, just be safe, everyone. Okay. Stand up for what you believe in. Your opinions do matter. Okay. That's all I got to say really about it. Short of that, we're gonna call it an early night tonight. But I hope everybody has a wonderful night. From myself, Porky, and Sammy 2 Slap, and from By the Hearthside, we'll see you guys Sunday.
Have a good night.